we're going to go ahead and take him into the thrust tower, which is one of the, well, essentially the thrust team hasn't been great. Well, now with gaining it has a new lease on life. I've already done the thrust tower, so I'm going to go ahead. We'll do from, let's do stage 13 onwards. So I'll do a bit of a showcase here, showcasing Gin with the setup that I've got on screen right now, which is Gin, Kisuke and Aizen, which I believe to be Gin's strongest team right now, Aizen being a universal tactic unit, Kisuke being a universal support unit, and obviously Gin being the star of the show. So let's go ahead and dive in. Gin will have the power boost of the thrust tower. Well, I say power boost, but his damage won't be negated or reduced, should I say. But yeah, let's go ahead and do some of the hardest fights in the thrust tower, just with the old setup of Kisuke doing his thing. Technical issues, would you believe it? But yeah, Kisuke going ahead and doing his thing, Aizen's doing his thing, pop the powder 90 with Aizen, switch on the Gin, get the counter attack going, get his unique counter attack going, and get the 3-2-1 going. Big damage, switch back into Aizen, do all the crazy stuff with Aizen, again, not exactly crazy ass damage coming up. Let's go back into Kisuke, Kisuke's ability, go back into Gin, get the counter attack, yeah, do special counter attack, 3-2-1, then we just do the standard Gin combo, import Rukia, switch back into Aizen, his gauge is fully done. Aizen all like sharp Rukia. It does pretty good damage for 80% damage reduction. Go back into Kisuke, and there we go. Is 13-1 done. Pretty much this is going to be the standard combo, pretty much. Going into all these fights, so this will be the next stage, 13-2. Again, we'll actually go ahead and set up the Kisuke properly this time. Go back into Aizen. Do the Aizen shenanigans. Powder 90. Get Kisuke rolling with his ultimate, which will increase the crit damage. Go into Gin, get Gin's counter attack. Apparently I can proc again, which is interesting. I didn't think that would come up again so quickly, but hey, what do I know? Go back into Aizen, do the Aizen stuff, Zogetsu, get back into Gin, blast Renji, get head, counter attack, go back into Aizen, and pretty much this is like the rotations we're going to do. Go back into Kisuke, keep Kisuke's support going, go back into Aizen, drop the Ido 90, and then once that, Gin's counter attack will once again be ready. Well, the counter attack he gets off the Ido 90, and then his unique counter attack. I haven't seen Gin's ultimate damage yet. We'll just do this. Good damage. Wow, it's really good damage. Like half health and one ability. Go back into Aizen. Aizen shenanigans. Powder 90, go back. Okay, I would have gone back into Gin if he was still alive. Yeah, as you can see, the damage from Aizen Kisuke was completely nerfed. But yeah, Gin did good damage of 9 million, which again is buffed mainly by Kisuke. Aizen just does a lot of damage by himself. Go into Byakuya. Make sure I get those dodges in. Go ahead, do the same strat. This is pretty much the strategy is pretty much not going to change from here, folks. But hey, get some gameplay in. Always fun. We pop in that. Byakuya gets his Bankai ready. Now we've just got to go ahead and try and whale him down. Ow. Go into Aizen, switch into Aizen, do the thing. Tokyo Zoigetsu. 2-1. Go back into Kisuke. Again, this strategy is pretty sound. The Byakuya can be quite a tricky opponent, but I'll just keep on doing this again. This should hopefully get me into the next phase. Yep, actually doing damage. Yep. Go ahead with Gin. Big damage from the ultimate. Big damage. 1.5. Not bad. Switch back into Aizen. Get this ready. Rock and rolling again. Go back into Kisuke, make sure his buffs are still up, which they are. Get back into Aizen. Get Shikai going. Nope. Now Byakuya will go into his Bankai, into this phase. Special counter attack, which apparently got completely blocked because of iframes from going into that phase, I guess. Go back into Aizen. Bop him. We're going into the last phase? Because that did no damage. Nope. Does Aizen even have this in this phase? I forget. I don't think he does. 3, 2, 1. See if we can finish him off with a Bankai. Pretty okay damage. Yeah, pretty much the same damage output from Gin in that fight. So that's 13-3 done. Again, this team manages to get that done pretty easy. We'll go into 14 now. But yeah, let me know what your guys' experiences with Gin. I got him into Boundary 3 randomly. Let's go ahead and do this again. Go back in, do the setup. Aizen, Kisuke. Oh. Gin. Go back in. Make sure you get the technique gauge going. Aizen's abilities ready to go. Full power. Again, you can see the damage nerf that the tower has on these characters, although Kisuke's support actually wasn't up. So 5 stacks now, so it's all the way almost stacked up again. But yeah, you can just see like the damage nerfs if you're not the correct typing. But it is so good. It should be enough. 1.3, there we go. That's 14.1. I'll go ahead and leave 14.2. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much making this so much easier. Like with Ichigo, it kind of be Aizen. I wouldn't say it would be Aizen doing the heavy lifting. I actually did some tests with Ichigo recently, and to be fair, he still holds his own as a DPS. I would actually go ahead and say, based on individual performance and not just with Hitsugaya, he does have the ability of being a spirit, so his damage does get juiced up by Aizen, but if you take that out of the equation, I would say Bonkai Ichigo is the #1 damage dealer in the game, followed by Gin, and then Tozen. Not Tozen, wow. Toshiro. That is the way how I would place them. I may actually do a tier list breaking down my thoughts and opinions and stuff on what I believe to be character placing, because I've seen some interesting takes out there. You know, and people may not agree with my takes, but I'm going to go on my experience using the characters as well. And I'd like to think that I have a pretty decent take on these units, as I've been able to use them quite extensively now. Only team I haven't really been able to use is Strike, but we haven't got a premium unit for Strike yet. Just go ahead and counter Tozen. And do it again. It's coming again. And there we go. Fun in, I mean, to be fair, it's not too difficult. It's kind of a bit of a time waster. But either you just got to counter him perfectly. It's a unique little quirk to his boss fight, I suppose. But yeah. No. Unboosted Aizen damage is kind of a yikes. Let's go ahead and see Gin's damage without being juiced up by the Kisuke. It'll be interesting to see. So this is a non-boosted 1.2 without being boosted. That's pretty impressive, to be fair. So I had like no buffs up from Kisuke or anything. So we could have got reached much higher. My equips aren't completely optimal on him, but I do have a lot of ailment bonus, which is where the bulk of Gin's damage comes from. So I do have that going for me, but I do need to get like fair pieces on him, but such is farming for good equips. Yeah, it's going to take time, but it's just one of those things. There we go. I know I'm blabbering on about random stuff in tier lists and whatever, but this is pretty much rinse and repeat of like the combos. Like, we're not really struggling at all here. So we go ahead and just mince the boss down. Yeah, it's literally Kisuke do the setup, Aizen just being annoying, but Aizen also gets off extra damage through this. He gets a special counter attack for everyone going, which is useful because it goes into that, refreshes the technique points, allows me to do this. I need to. Oh, that was close. The buffs almost went from Kisuke then. Again, it's good to keep the buff going. With Kisuke, you don't really need him to be on the field too much. to do the thing. Usually Aizen and Gin that you want to do the heavy damage lifting. Pretty much go into Aizen, pop Powder 90, and then Gin should be able to hopefully finish off here. Well, if not finish off, do some nice damage. I got the Impale proc there, which did an extra health bar pretty much, which is pretty sweet. As well with Gin's core stamp, for the amount of times you do proc the Impale, you do get extra effects like extra crit rate, and his damage and other bits and bobs goes up. So, I mean, and to be fair, all you do for proccing the Impale is just keep on fighting, to be honest. Other characters can proc the Impale, which is quite interesting. So, Gin can kind of do extra damage who's not on the field, which is nice. And that's what makes him be able to do so much damage, which is pretty cool. Go into Aizen, get his counter attack, which is a skill, which gets his buff up. Do that, so he's got max buffs up now. He's got his crit rate damage going, crit damage going. We say not crit rate. I'll then go back into Aizen because that's already doing the thing with Aizen. And like, I will say I do have some good like ult recharge on Aizen, so I'm able to pop this quite often, which obviously Aizen, this zone contributes to more damage, it contributes to more protection. We know what Aizen does by now. Gin blasting in, Aizen coming in with his gauge fully charged. The cool thing is as well, since Gin does a lot of hits and attacks really fast, he pairs really well with charging up Aizen's gauge really fast. Which is pretty cool, because even though Aizen on his own team, well obviously, yeah, Aizen in full spirit setup is good, don't get me wrong. Toshiro doesn't actually attack the fastest in the world to get Aizen's like gauge properly filled up as fast as possible. His ult gauge, I've noticed. Like, I noticed Ichigo and Gin attack a lot faster, especially if you proc their abilities. Like, Toshiro doesn't actually do that many hits in a row. So, oh. But yeah, like, I'm just doing a bit of a combo with Gin here. And I should be able, well that's it, Aizen's gauge is already full there. And if I go back ahead and do this again, I'll have enough technique points to fire off Gin's ability again at full power. And that's enough to kill him. I didn't even use Aizen's ability, but yeah, that's just that little combo. Managed to fill up Aizen's gauge like fully. And yeah, we're not struggling at all. I was kind of worried whether I'd have to switch out Kisuke's. Sometimes I do like playing a little bit more cautious, where I will go ahead and use the 2-week healing core stamp and chuck it onto Kisuke and make Kisuke just be a pseudo healer for the team, but I don't need to specifically in this. Go ahead and blast him there. Bit of a misplay. Should have got this propped up first for the extra crit damage. It's all good. Go back into Gin. Gin's ability going. Get his special counter attack. Go ahead, and that's what I mean. Gin's like special meters are already filled up because he attacks so fast. It's crazy. I do have like his point recovery skill fully maxed at level 3, so he recovers his skill points or technique points pretty fast. So you can kind of just spam these abilities, and that should, that's Aizen's gauge already filled up. Go back into Aizen, bop him for a little bit of damage. Oh wow, that's a lot of a little bit of damage. Go back into Kisuke. Oh. Sometimes, like, as much as you don't need Kisuke to be on the field, you need to just swap into him every occasionally, just to keep the buffs going. it's not like it's a desperate need, but obviously that's one of Kisuke's main draws, is keeping his support going. I know I've babbled about that enough, but yeah, sometimes when you are there just clicking buttons and getting your combos in, it's just a small thing you need to remember to do. I mean, I know Aizen's got like 1,000,001 like different commands, so sometimes it can be a bit hard to keep track of that. Go ahead and do the hits. So one thing as well I like about Gein's max technique as well, when you get it at 3 points, it does a lot of hits. So if a character has an ability hit gauge, you need to break through 2.3. Wow, just straight up killed him. I thought I would have had to do more than that, and that's pretty nice showing by Gein. Again, it's not the flashiest numbers in the world. I know people's been like, oh man, Matoshiro's done like 6 million, but again, with the juice that Aizen provides, and Momo as well being a really strong support. Like, as Gein's ultimate damage, like, you shouldn't really be like too enamored with his ult damage, because that's not where a lot of his damage comes from. And it's literally his ailment abilities where his damage comes from. Like, his ult's nice, don't get me wrong, and the cool thing about his ultimate is it recharges his technique straight away, which is always good. Go ahead, go back to Kisuke. Oh, it's kind of ironic where Kisuke versus Kisuke in this matchup. I think it accidentally procs Aizen's ability there, but no matter. Go ahead, blast Kisuke with the Hado 90. Go ahead, special counter attack. Technique. Blast Kisuke for some more damage. Go again, Kisuke. Get the counter attack going. Proc the ultimate. Proc the other part of the ultimate. Bring it back in Aizen. Go ahead, do the Aizen combo. Aizen doing Aizen things. Get Hado 90 going. Get Aizen's ult going. Go back into Gein. Get the special counter attack. Get his special counter attack. Get the ability going. Go back into Aizen because his gauge is already full, because Gein just is a madman. Go ahead, do the Aizen combo. Go ahead and pull Kisuke is not too long for this world. Not even got like his keto thing fully charged up. We'll let Gein go ahead and have the finishing blow. And there we go. Let's go ahead and see what the damage was. Huh, slightly less. Aizen actually did quite a lot that fight. But yeah, as I say, like, I managed to get I don't even think I got to use Gein's ultimate. That's probably why his ult was that's probably why his damage was slightly lower in that fight. But yeah, as you can see, his main source of damage pretty much is ailment, which he did double the damage there, and Aizen still being an absolute chad. With his ability to just go ahead and do crazy damage, even through the 80% damage nullification, essentially. So yeah, that is essentially the three latest stages of the tower, pretty much easily conquered by Gein. An absolute hell of a strong unit. While we're here, actually, go ahead and why not? We'll go ahead and do the guild buff. There's only the training thing, but why not? Let's go ahead and see. So it's strike and thrust. Interesting. So yeah, let's go ahead and do the training. Let's see if we can find some people. Nope. we'll go ahead and create a team. You know what? Go ahead. Do this. Do this. Go ahead and move Kisuke there. Yeah, this will work. And we'll go ahead and do this against Yami. Huh, so it's cycled back to Yami, because originally it was Yami in the Ichigo when Ichigo first came out, so I guess his boss fight has come back. So we'll go ahead and see what we can do against Yami. With this team, Yami's always an interesting opponent to fight against, to say the least. Go ahead, pop Kisuke's ability. Yami has a lot of interrupts, which can be kind of annoying. But no worries, got Gin here. Gin doing the thing. Blast Yami again. Go ahead. Pull Aizen. Now Gin should, well, he gets the damage buff from this, so this is kind of going to be overinflated numbers. So I wouldn't worry about like checking numbers from this and be like, oh, he's so good, or oh, he might not be as great as people thought. And also as well, bear in mind my Aizen is boundary 6, so Aizen may show Gin up a little bit here, but I figured, you know what, considering that Thrust is actually getting some extra damage here, we'll go ahead and see what we can do. That was interesting. Oh. Team Yami's picking up again. Go ahead and see what we can do here. Well, yep, and just like an idiot, I forgot to keep Kisuke's buffs going. So that's my bad. So yeah, Gin's damage could have been better in his ultimate there if I wasn't necessarily sausage and actually didn't stop his ult, didn't stop Kisuke's buffs. Probably nerfed my own score and damage there, but yeah, well, as the ancient minds once said, it is what it is. But we'll keep going, see what score we can get. Look at it, this is only a training drill, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Depending on Aizen's damage is still crazy, man. With Yami's constant interrupts, which, yeah. The only reason why I don't like fighting Yami is he's just like, oh, I'm here. And it's like, yeah, we know, dude. We know, Yami, you're a special little snowflake. Yeah, I don't have much ult recharge in game, but to be honest, you kind of don't need it. To be honest. Yeah, I'm not, because the record bar is kind of in a way, I can't actually see how much damage I've done to him. I still got like a minute to go though, so we'll see how much we can do. Okay, boy, Jesus Christ, Aizen's just like, yeah, I'm gonna slap you for a lot. Keep Kisuke's buffs going. I really wish I wasn't such a spoon and like actually didn't make Kisuke's buffs go down, because we could have done more damage in that regard. But yeah, again, because of the multi-hit, we pretty much shredded that charge bar from Yami. Just means we get more time to inflict as much damage as possible. and he's in the sky, doing his thing. And Kisuke's buffs have gone because, unfortunately, yeah. Partly the fact that Yami kind of disengages from that, but yeah, well, it is what it is. Still got 23 seconds. Hopefully we can show out a little bit more. See what else we can do. Go ahead, go into the full hypnosis of Aizen. Go back into Kisuke because not all the buffs are fully up yet. So, ow. Freaking interrupts. Pain in the butt. Ow. 86 mil, not too bad. Can we review the damage? So yeah, Gin still did pretty well, but again, unfortunately, Aizen's gonna overshadow him just because I've got Aizen Boundary 6. His weapon is Ascended 5. So yeah, unfortunately, in a normal situation, Aizen doing Aizen things. But Gin's damage was not bad by any means. Again, it wasn't the best run in the world, but 86 mil's not terrible. So yeah, that's going into that. And we will go ahead. And since we're here, why not? Let's do a run of Void and Destruction. Go ahead, and this is my current best score actually, which is what I actually got with the Gin setup. So I'll show you this again. And then when I've done this, we will go ahead and wrap up just by taking a look at what my Gin's build currently looks like. Words and things. And go ahead, lead with Kisuke. Do the setup shuffle, which sounds like an awesome dance. Go back into Kisuke. Lovely. Get his buffs up. Need to make sure that I actually play this smart though, and don't just... because Grimjow can actually do a nasty chunk of damage. He's not to be trifled with, to put it politely. However, neither am I, Lord Pantera. Although, obviously, Grimjow doesn't use Pantera in this fight. But I actually kind of really wish I switched to the heal Quarter Stamp, and that's just to keep Kisuke alive, because he's already not looking on great health. Aizen almost with the 10 milli there. Again, this event does glaze Gin and Aizen a little bit, as well as Tozen, because they do 20% more damage in here, because again, this event's meant to be geared towards those characters. So again, we're going to see slightly inflated numbers, but you know, in the end of the day, I wanted to show them off in this event, so that's what we're doing. Kind of want to show them off in a range of content. Again, I could just go, hey look, here's training mode, but I don't necessarily believe in that. Just showing them off in training mode, like I actually like to show them off in hard content, because people's like, well, you know, you need to actually, like, you know, these characters are the best. Okay, well, let's see what they're like in the hard content now. That's what I've kind of, it's kind of a method that I've seen YouTubers in Dokkan do. So I'm kind of the same mindset of, well, you know, if people say the characters are this good, let's, you know, let them flex their muscles and see what they can do. And that's exactly what we're doing here. Let's go ahead back into Kisuke. Oh. just keeping his butt up. I really need to get Kisuke out of there again. He's not looking great on health. He's really not looking good. Jesus Christ. Kisuke. My goat. Oh, Jesus. The fact that Kisuke actually can't take a hit is probably going to hinder this run, to be honest. Then again, it's my fault for playing really sloppily, to be honest. In this, I ain't got no one else to blame but myself, pal. Again, making sure the buffs are up, which they are. I'm just gonna have to go ahead and just switch hit with Kisuke now, because yeah, he's literally hanging on a prayer at this point. Unfortunately, you do get more points for not actually taking like as much damage, but since I'm playing like an 8, unfortunately, I don't know. It'd be cool if I could actually get a PB on camera. That would actually be pretty sweet. I don't know if that's going to be the case though. Alright, cool. Kisuke did his job. He got his counter attack in and then ran away. What he needed to do. Because, yeah, I still need to keep Kisuke alive just to be a damage battery for the rest of the team. Again, that is what Kisuke does so gosh darn well. Go back into Gin. Gin will help Aizen. Again, it would be cool if I could get a personal best. But again, with the way how sloppily I've played Kisuke in this run, I don't think that's going to be possible. Oh god. Jesus. And this is what I mean, like, even Gin's, like, not on great health. There we go. Going back into Aizen. And yeah, Gin down. Wow. Yeah, okay, that's almost a million score difference. I think that's like a million 1,200, a million and 200,000. Well, okay, there we go. You guys have kind of saw that on screen. Yeah, so there we go. Again, this is pretty much the hardest kind of event. Well, I'll say hardest event. It's the new point ranking event. Wow, not event out at the moment. And there we go. The new record. I wonder where that puts me in the rankings, just out of curiosity. 15th, I was like 23rd. So there we go. The guy at the top, he's like pretty much, I think, the biggest whale on our server right now. With like almost double my score, but again, I might actually, you know what, screw it. Let's go ahead and revert back to Kisuke's different build that I use for these challenge runs. Let's go ahead, and I know I'm going to commit sacrilege to some people because I'll be like, why are you not using this core stamp? There's a reason for that, and this event, it's one of those things that if you have more HP remaining, you get a higher score. So we'll go ahead. To enemy inflicting a debuff to an enemy. Sorry, inflicted by another debuff or damage. Huh. I think that's meant to be comboed with Tozen, actually. I just don't think. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be. We'll go ahead and do this. go ahead and do this, because obviously Tozen inflicts wound, whereas Gin will inflict impale. But these other two do not go ahead and inflict a different status ailment. So yeah, again, every time Kisuke will be attacking now, he'll be healing the whole party by quite a bit. So, let's go ahead and see if I can do more damage. I can pull this, again, this build rewards me playing like a complete ape. But I will have more HP to play with, because I can literally just be healing off all the damage that Grimjar does, or at least, I'm guessing all the damage, or a good portion of it anyway. Which means my HP will be higher, which in theory should mean my score's higher, right? Well, we'll see anyway. Aizen going ahead and doing an absolute metric fuck ton of damage. As is the power of Sasuke Aizen. Make sure, go ahead and get my abilities with Kisuke. And then just blast him with Beam, go ahead, get the crit damage up. And yeah, again, I know I'm not, well, I am actually in this phase, and again, I don't really have to worry about my HP as much. Because again, I'm literally just going to keep on healing it. And again, this is going to be showcasing this core stamp of the 2-week core stamp. Kisuke is an interesting one, because obviously his core stamp makes him really good, but it's a weapon stamp that gives him the more stacks on his passive, which is what you want really. That wasn't a full power Aizen ult. I kind of mistimed that just a little bit, so no problem. Go ahead and there we go. Well, I may be playing like an ape when it comes to taking damage, but I'm making sure Kisuke's keeping up his buffs for everybody, which is what he's here for. Going ahead, do the thing, Gin. Come on Gin, let's see some crits. Hey, 2.1, I'll take that. I did not hold the button on long enough, apparently. Go ahead with this, go ahead, rock Aizen Shikai, which is his ultimate. Go ahead, make sure Kisuke gets, literally switch Kisuke out. Although I don't know why I'm playing so worried with Kisuke. Go ahead, pop Kisuke's ultimate, so Aizen's gonna do more damage with his. Come in, Aizen, get the extra crit damage buff. Go ahead with almost a nice juicy 6 melee damage. But yeah, as you can see, with Kisuke using the 2-week stamp, I'm just taking no damage. Or whatever damage I do take, I just don't care, because I'm just healing it. Again, I don't mean to sound like I'm harping on subject already, but it's the case. I can literally, whereas in the last run, towards the end of the last run, I was playing more conservative, so not everyone didn't die. Now I can literally just play like a full ape, unga bunga. And not really worry about the consequences as much. There we go, I'm not sure how far or how much damage again, because again the recording bar on my phone is literally blocking it, so I can't actually see what the progress is. You guys will be able to see it, but I won't be able to. Go ahead and once again, all the good, I'm actually playing okay. Oh, well, that's stage 10, huh? Again, I don't know what stage I got up to last time, so I could be doing better or worse. I don't really know. But hey, for the content, Oh, that's not the best damage. 1.5. He got some. He must have got some crits in those hits somewhere, because that wasn't the best initial starting damage from Geen. Go ahead and again, I'm on full health now, so hopefully that should buff my score quite a bit. I'd imagine anyway. I don't know if that's the case, but hey, we shall see. We shall indeed see. Geen just completely mocking them down. Yeah, so there we go. Because my health was pretty, like, fresh. Yeah, I managed to increase my score again a little bit, and just goes to show that core stamp works. On that, so almost 6 milli, which, yeah, I'm really happy with that. 11th. Oh, that's pushing me up another 5 spots. I think I was 15th before. No, yeah, because I hit over 6 mil combined score. Yeah, I'm 11th, which is pretty good. I'll take that. So yeah, 2 PBs in one video. Again, with slightly different builds. Speaking of builds, we'll go ahead and round up the video by going ahead and taking a look at Geen's build, what I've got cooking with him, and what he's got rocking. So, ironically, second on the list because he's my second highest level character, because again, leveling resources take a lot to get. So this is what I'm rocking with him. His stats, so he's got 40.2% crit rate, 103.7% crit damage, his attack, and also his ailment damage is 158.8, which is good, because if you go down and go to his bonds, the bond that I've got as equipped with him is the Geen and Rongiku bond, which increases technique damage by 32% during battle when ailment damage bonus is equal or higher than 150%, which it is. And I think this also factors in extra buffs that you can't see outside of that, so if you buff it up even more, you'll get the extra 40%, but I have it flat anyway. I can get it higher with better pieces and better rolls and stuff. But yeah, as I say, it's essential you get damage ailment. Geen is the one that benefits from it the most. And let's go ahead and look at the pieces. So again, I have his core stamp only at ascended 1, so this will get a lot stronger when I manage to get more copies of it. But again, stamp corridor is a thing, though it's getting updated soon, but I need to get 2 more copies of Aizen's first. Aizen's a higher priority, but definitely will revisit Geen when I get his core stamp up to 5. His weapon stamp, I went ahead and decided to pull for an extra copy of his weapon stamp, so his weapon stamp is 2. And then we'll go ahead and look at the core pieces that I've got for him. As you can see, not all are level 30 because this is not a great piece, to be honest. The crit damage is, the crit rate is nice. The attack, I guess, isn't too bad. I didn't get any rolls on the crit damage, and flat defense and HP for a DPS is no good. So this piece, unfortunately, I am not going to 6-star it, because why would I waste resources on such a janky piece, to be honest. So that's the worst piece. This piece I've got is pretty good. It's got thrust damage bonus. The HP stat is pretty, again, flat HP, no bueno. The HP percentage, also not great. However, I did roll okay on the ailment and crit damage, so that's pretty good there. Again, you want to get as much ailment damage as possible. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's what you need. So that's that piece, and then we've got the third piece. So this piece is pretty good again. I did get this to 6-star. It's not bad, this ability on it, but it's pretty meh at the same time. Definitely could have rolled a better ability like technique bonus up. That's what you really want on Gin, because again, a lot of damage is coming through his technique and his ailment damage. But overall, yeah, you want to go for the main stat on here is ailment bonus instead of crit recharge rate. Ult recharge rate. His ult I've got that charges very slowly, but again, his ultimate's not gonna hit the crazy hardest. At boundary 6 it does do venom damage, so it does do spread damage and well, damage over time, which is good. But again, I only have him at boundary 3. So yeah, I managed to get some crit damage on him, some attack, crit rate, again, flat defense, yuck, but overall, not a bad piece by any means. So yeah, it's mainly the middle piece I need to work on really, and then try and optimize the other pieces out. Skill wise, again, just a lack of resources and a lack of essentially money, gold in this game. It goes so darn quick. But yeah, I managed to get his technique all the way up. Need to focus on his attack. And yeah, there's far as I can go up to. I need to get this upgraded, but again, he's 94, which ironically this needs character level 95 to get it. So again, once I get that up there, when he's at level 100 and his skills are maxed, I may do like a short video being like, hey, this is his skills maxed and stuff like that. Yeah, and as I say, boundary 3. So yeah, he starts off with technique points straight away, which is really good. And then his ultimate like fully restores technique points, which is really cool. Yeah, so you can literally go, like if you have the technique ready to go, you can literally hit that. If you have the counter attack, hit that, then you can hit his ultimate, and then you can hit the technique again. And then you can start doing auto attacks, do the special attack to recover the technique points to then get the technique up. And you pretty much want to only launch the technique when it's at 3. And it says max because that's when it does the most damage and most hits and does the flashy little combo. You can do a 1 and 2 or 0, but it kind of just does like an impaling attack, and well, I say an impaling attack, that's what it looks like. And it only does like the 1 hit. So you really want to focus around using it when you've got the 3 points. It does more damage there as well. And then for technique points consumed, this also makes the ultimate hit harder. So that's also pretty great. So you need to focus on consuming the technique points in order to use it, in order to get the ultimate to hit harder again. I pretty much just repeat myself there. And then again, these just allow your abilities to scale by 2 levels. Yeah, boundary 6 is where it's pretty good. Again, I'm pretty happy with boundary 3. I wasn't expecting a boundary 3. That was kind of a nice surprise off camera. I was just doing some summons, trying to get my pity up for when the next unit comes out. And yeah, he just popped up in a YOLO single, which was pretty cool. Again, never going to be mad at pulling the main featured unit on a YOLO single. So yeah, overall, again, need to up his weapon a little bit, get him to level 100, get his skills done, work on his gear. Overall, I believe he performed pretty well. He showed out in the thrust tower, which again is one of the reasons why people may be wanting to pull for him. So that was pretty great. And in the new event, he the setup I got, well, as you saw, I got 2 personal bests, which improved my score, which again I'm pretty happy about. I'm going to keep on grinding on that, see if I can improve it anymore. And yeah, on the training thing, yeah, I didn't play the best on that, and it is what it is, but again, that's how you training, and Yabi could be a right pain in the backside. But yeah, overall, let me know guys what you guys think about Gin. Have you had luck in your summons? Have you been able to test them out extensively? Have you just used them on free mode to go, hey, look at them damage, and literally beat up Ikaku into oblivion, which put Ikaku. But yeah, overall, this is kind of like a pretty much comprehensive Gin showcase. Pretty much showed what his abilities can do, the combos that he works with. Again, Boundary 1 really helps, push that combo of being able to do the technique, the ultimate, then go back to the technique again, and then you can do the special counter attack. Aizen also triggers counter attacks as well, so you also have that focusing into Gin's damage, as well as Kisuke. Again, Kisuke and Aizen showing why they're the two biggest must-haves in the game. Shock horror, they make any unit look better, but despite that, I still think Gin performed really well, even without those guys. And again, the difference between Gin and Toshiro is Toshiro benefits from Aizen's buffs, because Aizen supports Spirit, as I've said, whereas Gin, he is getting his support coming with Rangiku, which, again, I'll revisit Gin when she comes out, see how she supports Gin. We are getting a fully duped with her weapon and stamp fully done by the devs for the issues with her, so I will definitely come back and do like a mini video, but that would be kind of more of a Rangiku showcase than a Gin showcase, but it'll also be there to see how Gin can be supported by Rangiku. And hell, I'll even throw Aizen or Kisuke on that team, probably Kisuke, just to juice Gin's numbers up a little bit more. It'll be interesting to see how Rangiku impacts the Thrust team as well. But yeah, overall, an amazing Thrust character that we needed. Again, no shade to Ikaku, but Gin just feels so smooth to play. And a really powerful unit, to be honest. I do think he needs a couple of dupes. I know shock horror dupes make units better, but that's just the name of the game in terms of a gacha and stuff. Anyway, guys, I have rambled enough, so I am going to get out of here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Again, let me know your experiences with Gin. Did you pull for him? Are you skipping him? Again, why are you skipping him? Is it potentially a certain blue-haired Espada that's on the horizon? Which I know that's pretty exciting for a lot of people, myself included. My voice is kind of cracked there. We've almost been going for about an hour now, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up. Once again, this has been Daz from Glitch and Normally, rambling about an amazing Bleach Soul Resonance character, and we shall be doing more of this, more showcases like this. This was actually pretty fun, breaking down the unit in depth. Anyway, guys, have a great day, and in general, enjoy Gin, and keep on playing Soul Resonance. Peace.